Uh, what is Mondragon Corporation? Mondragon Corporation can be defined as a democratic association composed by roughly 258 companies developed in the last 50 years in the town of Mondragon. 130 of these companies are cooperative societies. At present, Mondragon Corporation is the largest business group in the Basque Country, one of the 17 autonomous communities or regions into which Spain is divided, and the 10th largest in Spain. And Mondragon Corporation has been considered one of the most successful and long-life examples of workers' cooperative in the world. As I will explain later, the companies that belong to the group have obtained good economic results and social success due to several factors. For example, the social commitment, the participation of the workers in all the fields of the company, and the solidarity among cooperatives. And all these have a special significance in times of severe crisis like today. In this picture, you can see Mondragon headquarters. And as I mentioned before, most of the cooperatives of the group are located in Spain, in the Basque Country region, on the French border. But what is Mondragon Corporation? Why was this association of companies created? How is it organized? Which are the basic principles that guide the cooperatives that belong to the group? Let's go forward. And let's go straight to the point. Really, Mondragon is a town, a village, located in the Basque region on the French border. And it was in this town where the first cooperatives of the group were created and established. And today, the town continues to home the headquarters of the association. Let me show some figures about this group of companies, and let's watch a video of the last published report.
We're living in a time of change. Our world has been transformed. Mondragon believes there is another way of doing business. In fact, we've been doing it for more than 50 years. It all rests on one simple principle: people cooperation. Men and women who see participation, innovation and social responsibility as a way to compete in the world. This approach has made us the largest business association in the Basque Country, the 10th largest in Spain, and a global reference for cooperation work. That's Mondragon today.
is a little bit stopped, I think. I will play the video separate.
Okay.
So that everybody can have a chance to watch it. Video one.
A time of change. We're living in a time of change. Our world has been transformed. Mondragon believes there is another way of doing business. In fact, we've been doing it for more than 50 years. It all rests on one simple principle: people cooperation. Men and women who see participation, innovation and social responsibility as a way to compete in the world. This approach has made us the largest business association in the Basque Country, the 10th largest in Spain, and a global reference for cooperation work. That's Mondragon today. Because they back an idea and a way of doing things. An idea driven by people who are the force and the difference that makes us strong. People who make us what we are today and what will be in the future.
So this is Mondragon today. As you might infer from the video, Mondragon is formed by different companies, 260 more or less, and most of them are worker cooperatives, and they do business in very different sectors. For this reason, they are organized into 4 groups: finance, manufacturing, knowledge, and retail and allied. So a cooperative group is a collection of firms that develop the same kind of activity. The companies in the finance group deal in banking. There is one company called Caja Laboral, the biggest credit union in Spain, and insurance. Our social welfare and insurance company is called Laboral. The cooperatives in the industrial group produce a wide variety of goods and services. For these reasons, they are divided into 7 divisions: automotive division, components, industrial equipment, domestic appliances, construction, capital goods, and machine tools. And these are one of most well-known brands: Fagor, Ram, Elesa, Fagor Everland, Mayer, Copreti, Orkli, Ulma, Ursa, Orona, Orbea, Fagor Arrasate, and Danogat. The retail and allied group consists mainly of a series of consumer goods retail chain, Eroski supermarkets in particular, and a catering and cleaning firm called Ausolar. Finally, the knowledge group. This group is formed by research and development centers, Interland, Mondragon Innovation and Knowledge, etc., a training and education centers, Otalora, a training center for the managers of Mondragon, and the university where I work, the University of Mondragon, open to anyone who wants to study in our cooperative university. These cooperatives have subsidiaries all over the world, 6 corporate delegations and more than 70 manufacturing plants. But how was this achieved? Let me explain the beginnings of Mondragon Corporation. As you will see in the next video, throughout their history, the group and the cooperatives that are part of it have tried to respond to different problems and challenges, innovating and making change. Can we play, please, the second video?
Our aim in this presentation is to present a brief history of Mondragon by means of an imaginary innovation gene. The idea is to show how this gene has been at work in our corporation while responding to various problems and challenges. I should like to present our innovation gene, which, at the same time, doubles up as our logo. Problem number 1. The story begins in 1948 in Mondragon, a town of 15,000 inhabitants, in an atmosphere of poor education and training, high unemployment, and considerable social differences. The gene went to work in the shape of a priest, Jose Maria Arithmendiareta, by providing answers in 3 different areas. The first field which it entered was that of education, creating the first polytechnic school in Mondragon in 1943. The school, renamed Mondragon Universitatea in 1998, has since grown considerably in size and number of students. The second challenge was to create new jobs and to generate employment. To this end, Ulgur, taking its name from the initials of Jose Maria's 5 collaborators, was launched in 1956. Ulgur today is Fagor, providing over 8,000 jobs throughout the 5 continents. The third solution, social equality, came with the launching of the cooperatives, the first of which was Cagliari's Ulgur, and here you have the corporation's own assembly in 2008. The number of cooperatives today in Mondragon exceeds 120. The second problem which our gene tackled was that of the considerable financial difficulties that the cooperative world was facing. In those days, nobody trusted the cooperatives. The creative solution here was to found a new bank in 1959. Capital has played a key role in the development of the world for cooperatives, providing finance to an ever-growing number of clients. The third problem, bearing in mind that cooperative members are self-employed in the Spanish Social Security regime, was how to eliminate uncertainty upon retirement. Once again, the solution was different, this time in the form of Labanaro. Created in 1967, this special fund guarantees a dignified retirement for cooperative members, thanks to its considerable patrimony accumulated over the years. The fourth problem, raised at the very outset of the cooperative movement, was how to respond to regional development, starting with Mondragon, but growing throughout the region. Here, the answer was to create new cooperatives in different fields, notably in industry and services, at different points in our region, basically in the world of distribution under the Rusty trademark and in the world of industry under various brand names. The big problem was how to avoid technological dependence, a costly enterprise, what with patents and a dependency on licenses from outside. The answer here was to create in 1974 our first research centre called ICALAN, the embryo over the years for many other centres that have been created throughout the cooperative movement's history. Today there are more than 700 of us working in this field. Problem number 6 was how to improve management skills. We needed more highly skilled managers. Here too, the innovation gene set to work, creating in 1984 Otalora, an organism designed specifically for the training and development of managers from the world of the cooperative movement. Problem number 7 was that of globalization. Starting with Mondragon, we wanted to see the world from a different perspective, fully aware that we were in a corner of the world from which we wanted to see globalization differently. So what was the solution? Make our presence felt in the world by opening offices and factories throughout the world. We also needed to enhance our level of management through less waste and continued and permanent improvement. Here too we were creative, participating from the outset in the creation of INO in 1990, and whose first president, Jesus Larrañaga, was one of the founders of Ulgoro. We have received numerous awards in Mondragon for both INO and EFQM. The effort expended in this area has been considerable over the years. So what is Mondragon today? It's a reality, with sales approaching 14,000 million euros and with more than 80,000 workers. Needless to say, we face new challenges. What challenges are these? One major challenge is to accept that times have changed and that we need to prepare people for new professions and new jobs in today's workplace. This obviously requires new solutions. We have developed our own management model, one that we believe to be ideally suited to the reality that is our corporation, and one which is based on the EFQM model, but adapted to our own values and principles. We are also investing in new sectors: health, education, energy, infrastructures, and the sectors of the future. One area of immense importance to us and in which we firmly believe is that of intercooperation in order to set up new businesses, pulling out considerable knowledge from the fields of research, design and technologies. One clear example of this collaboration has been the launch of the first electric vehicle prototype under the Mondragon trademark, and in which several companies from our corporation have participated. This is a critically important way forward for our corporation. So what does the future hold for Mondragon? Well, the future, as always, is opening up before our very eyes, and we will have to find the best answers for this future. So the story is, as in all good series, to be continued.
But in this story, we must follow some rules, and these rules are called the basic principles of Mondragon experience. They are the cornerstone of the corporation's guiding ideology and have been developed over the years on the basis of both personal experience and the experience of others in similar situations within the universal cooperative movement. They